Hi, welcome to Armstrong Garden Center. My name is Chris and today I'm going to be talking to you about hanging baskets. When you plant your hanging basket, you have a couple different options when it comes to soil. You can either use a normal organic potting soil or a Danish potting soil mix, which I've chosen here. Hanging baskets require a lot of water, and Danish potting soil retains a lot more, so you don't have to water quite as often. And if you're doing succulents or cactus, make sure you use our EB Stone cactus mix, so the water will drain through and it won't rot their roots. When you mix plants, you want to make sure that they have similar sun and water requirements. You also want to make sure that you don't choose plants that will take over one another. So today I've chosen two different types of verbena and petunias. Both of these varieties that I've chosen have a spilling effect, so they're beautiful when you view them from below. Now let's plant these. I've already filled up the soil about 3/4 of the way. So what I'm going to do is take one of my white flowers and place each one on opposite ends. Now that these are in place, I'm going to fill some soil in to keep them sturdy. I'm going to tamp the soil down with my fingers so it creates a nice solid base. To tamp, you push down on the soil with the palms of your hands and the tips of your fingers to fill up all the air pockets. Once the soil is nice and compact, you're going to want to place your petunias around the outside edges. I like to mix and alternate the colors to add a little variety. It doesn't really matter how far apart you plant them because they will grow in. If you can, you want to leave a little bit of room, but I want my hanging basket to be full from the start, so I'm not going to leave too much room. Once they're placed where you want them to be, go ahead and fill in the excess holes with dirt, using your fingers to push the soil down into all the air pockets. Once you finish planting your hanging basket, you're going to want to water very thoroughly to make sure that the water runs through and all the roots get moist. To fertilize, you should choose a water soluble like Super Bloom. What you're going to do is mix in about 1 scoop per gallon, mix it around, and then water it in. You should do this about every 2 to 3 weeks. And with liquid fertilizer, the plant will take up the nutrients right away and it won't be wasted in the soil. Now that you've planted, it's all about care. Remember to place your hanging basket in the appropriate light requirements. Water regularly, more often than a normal container, and even more often if it's windy or hot. And remember to feed regularly, about every 2 weeks, because a hanging basket doesn't have very much soil to hold nutrients. But don't feed if the soil's dry. Make sure the soil is moist first, then feed. Thank you for joining me today on how to plant a hanging basket, and I hope to see you soon at your local Armstrong Garden Center.
Here's a recap from today's how-to video. These are the featured products from today's video. Click on them to learn more, or click below in the description for a free PDF download. This how-to video is brought to you by Armstrong Garden Centers. Please feel free to visit your local Armstrong Garden Center for all of your gardening needs.